I'm John. I'm 27 years old. I live in Norway. I was born in Norway. We know each other through Jad and his man transformation experience class or event. What do you want to call it?
What's the situation right now in Norway in terms of like how locked down you are and what restrictions you're under?
Yeah. Let's see. Situations right now is that schools and kindergartens and stuff are slowly opening, and
Hmm.
dentists are slowly getting back to work as well. And barbershop and hairdressers are opening now the 27th of April. And like compared to like distance between each other, like before it with what you had to maintain a 1 meter 1 meter distance between people, but now they've increased it to 2 meters.
Okay.
And the malls are still open, and some of the shops are still open, but like fewer hours than normal.
Mm.
And there's antibacterial gel and spray everywhere, like in all the malls and all the grocery stores and pretty much everywhere. And restaurants are still open, and the restaurants that are still open are the ones that are able to have the tables in 2 meters apart from each other, that have enough room in the restaurants to do that.
How about the staff that are working there? Is there anything being done to protect them?
Are wearing gloves for the most part, and yeah, and antibacterial gel in most
Mm.
places in the restaurant, and of course they also wash their hands continuously. And the government are they're closing our borders. Most jobs are closed except for like crucial society jobs.
Mm. When people can't work, what happens to them? Like money wise?
We can apply for like daily to get daily paid. So you have to write up your like resume and apply to get like the daily payout.
Okay.
People weren't allowed to go to their cabins because if they were infected and then they went to the cabins, they wouldn't be able to get proper medical treatment in time. A lot of people like to go to their cabin in the Easter time and
Hmm.
go like cross country skiing or downslope skiing or snowboarding, stuff like that.
Mm.
Go up into the mountains and just enjoy to go to the cabin and live a little bit more like off the grid, I guess. So people were pissed because Norwegians, like one of the things Norwegians like Easter is for many Norwegians, that's going to the cabin and staying there most of Easter. So that's one of the strongest uh, bans or rules, or what do you may call it?
Mm. But people respected the ban
Yeah,
mostly.
but yeah, mostly, but some didn't. So the police had to go a few days after. Police had to like go to different cabins, and like there were people hiding there or people that went there when they knew it, so they got huge fines and stuff. We listen to our government, and we know that our government are like competent, so we try to follow their rules. Of course, there's always people that wants to like break it, but most of the people try to like yeah wash their hands often, maintain good distance to other people, don't stay in like the main cities and main areas, go to like forests or like trips outside of the cities and stuff. So that helps. It helps to contain it a lot. It took a while for the government to like react.
Mhm.
They were a little bit slow to implement all the stuff we have now, but once we did, it became like front page news. But like in the beginning, it was pretty like low key, pretty like yeah, it's here. Wash your hands, like yeah. Most things started closing down like 12th and 13th of March. It hadn't become so active yet.
Mm. Did people think that that was an overreaction, or did they understand?
Mixed, mixed opinion actually. You had those that were like, "Oh, this is terrible. We need to like run to the grocery stores and buy everything." And then you had the other group that was like, "Oh, this will blow over in like a week. It's no problem at all." I remember going to the grocery store um, that day as well to like buy some stuff for my job, and it was so many people there buying tons of toilet paper and canned food and all kinds of stuff. The lines were so long. It was I was shocked.
And did it get to a stage where the supermarkets were running out, or?
They ran out, but we had pretty good like they got fully stocked really fast again. There was a lot of people that went out saying like, "Oh, you don't need to like shop so much stuff. We got enough groceries. Calm down. There's no problem. Like we got plenty of food to spare, and yeah,
Yeah. At the absolute maximum point of restriction, what were the rules?
you just have to maintain a 2 meter distance from other people and wash your hands when you get back from being outside. And that's pretty much it, actually. You're encouraged to like go outside and exercise, maintain distance, go for bike rides and exercise outside or at home. I think it's pretty much the same all across the board, I guess. Like no hugs, no handshakes, use antibacterial gel when you go out, wash your hands when you get back home, keep distance to other people, don't be in large groups, and if you're going to be in groups, be in groups of maximum 5 people, and if you're in groups of 5 people, don't be different 5 people each time, be the same 5 people, stuff like that. I think it's down to like 50 people or something can gather together right now. We trust our government very much, I think, and we see that this is just such a severe situation that it's it's um, it's very wise, it's very smart to follow the government's statements, I guess.
So you think most people are following it, even
Yeah,
like one, but most?
yeah,
How are they enforcing it? Is it like fines? Are they just relying on people doing the right things?
yeah.
Like,
They're just relying on people just following the rules, I guess, or following the laws. And
and
and fine, of course, because there was a hairdresser shop that was open uh, when it was supposed to be closed, and they got a bill for like 30,000 Norwegian kroners or 40,000 Norwegian kroners, something like that. So that's pretty steep.
yeah.
So mostly fines and common sense, I guess. They feel that the government did a good job, but I think that they think that the government was too late with doing a good job. Like they could have acted much sooner. Like we let a bunch of people in from like holiday destinations just a few days before the coronavirus went more viral in Norway, and a lot of people feel that we could have like stopped many of the people coming here, tourists and stuff.
When they were explaining it to you, what was going to happen? Like, what's the reasoning?
They locked down to just like minimize the spread of the coronavirus as much as possible,
Mhm.
and they're opening up like uh, uh, elementary schools and middle schools and stuff like that because they feel like we can't have it closed forever, and home tutoring is all well and good, but like there's some stuff that you're better off learning in the classroom, I guess, than at home.
Are people scared, or are they scared to go back out?
Yeah, there's some people are like, oh, I hope it doesn't backfire, that it like shit things opens up and then it gets even more uh, uh, contamination or people get more corona. So And other people are like, oh yes, finally things are opening up and we can go outside more and visit malls and stores and blah blah blah.
Mm.
So there's mixed reactions, I guess. I'm worried. I'm worried that like one of my colleagues has it and doesn't know about it, or one of my customers or their customers have it and don't know about it, and
Mm.
then we come to work and then it just spreads from there.
Mm.
And I'm also worried since the elementary schools are opening up again that some of the kids or the parents or something have the virus and don't know about it, and then it'll spread at the school, and then we'll get even more sick people.
As far as you know, is there a plan for what happens if that does happen, or is it just
Uh, Hopefully, but I don't think they have. I don't think they've explained that part
do you
yet.
personally know anyone that's had coronavirus?
Yes, two people,
Mm.
but only like mild, really mild version, like some coughing and some sneezing and stuff like that.
Mm. And
Like,
did they get tested, or did they just understand that they must
uh,
have it because of the
no,
symptoms?
they got tested.
Okay, cool. So they managed to get tested with kind of like a mild version.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So say tomorrow you think you've got coronavirus, what would you do?
Stay inside.
Mm.
Uh, I guess call like a medical number, or like to the hospital or something, explain my symptoms
Yep.
and hear what they thought about it, and if they think that it's like really serious, I would go to the hospital and take the
And at
test.
what point would you go to the hospital?
Like if I felt really bad, if I was coughing like a lot and like really stuffed and sneezing all the time and coughing like really bad and was out of energy and all that.
At what point do you get tested? Do they encourage it, or is it only when you're in hospital?
I mostly they discourage it because they don't have. We're 5 million people in Norway, so they don't have tests for all 5 billion people. 5 million people, so they're like, if you only have a little cough or you're sneezing a little bit, then you're probably good. You just have a regular flu. But if you're feeling like really shitty, then you should call us anyways. Numbers are still low on how many have died, so that's good. It's still manageable on the uh, in just the hospital so far.
Okay. So just, I mean, your regular medical system is able to
Yeah,
cope with what's happening.
yeah. Obviously, it took Norway a little bit by surprise before we like acted properly, but when we finally managed to get our shit together, then it went pretty okay.
Do you have any reason to doubt the figures, or do you think that's trustworthy?
I'm always a little bit skeptical when it comes to figures. Just that's just the way I am, I guess. But hopefully, the government and the people that's taking care of the statistics have all their ducks in a row.
What do you think there's going to be any long-term changes because of this, or
Like, you mean in society in general, or like for people?
both?
Uh, maybe more like online events or like
Mm.
online stuff more than it has been before, and hopefully people mm, will get a little bit better with contacting each other
Yeah,
as well, instead of just like talking to each other every now and then. Maybe people will reach out to each other more,
nice.
and
Um,
hopefully better hygiene, better at like washing their hands and stuff like that.